I'm not sure how many of you are taking the introduction to human resource management. Yesterday, I went to see the one who handles student affairs, Victor, in the office. So he gave me, I said, just give me some of them so that I can possibly contact them and inform them that we are having our first class today. And what he did was just to, I think I missed yours. So he gave me, I think it's 3 names. Your name, you said Bulirani, and then another one called Shigo, and another one called Mewera. But when I communicated to this, Shigo confirmed that he is full-time, and therefore I communicated to him this morning, and it shows that he read the message that we are having this class at this time. The other one, I think we communicated, but he said he is an online student. Yes, please come in. No. What is your name?
I'm Francis Kigo.
Yes, I was actually talking about you right now. So I'm going to hear 2 of you. I don't know how many others, because the names I was given yesterday, some of the students indicated that they are online students. But you confirmed that you are a full-time day scholar, and then I think our friend Brian as well. So I don't know who else will be joining us, but we don't wait for those that are not in. So, gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to this course, Introduction to Human Resources Management. I will shortly try to convince you, if not to persuade, that you should understand why students who are taking business administration should have a course at this point in your program related to human resources management. The question that I always start with to answer is, why should students who are doing business administration? Because this course is BBA 315, which means it's a Bachelor of Business Administration course. And I take it that we are offering it to you who are taking business administration. Am I right?
Yeah.
There is no human resources manager here. So I only have business development managers in this class. So sometimes you people, when you are offered a course at a particular stage in your career, you need to understand and appreciate, why is it that I'm taking at this point human resources? Did I choose human resources management? I'm a BBA guy, so this is just wasting my time. I will try shortly in this introduction today to try to convince you that human resources is very relevant to business administration. It's very, very relevant to your business administration. And I can quickly tell you that for your business, because these days we don't have to be studying and getting a degree because we want to get employed. Let's look at both ways. realistically, the chances are both. You can get a job, but you can also not get a job easily. It's painful to see you people spending a day or days here from Monday to Friday. It's painful. This is 3 o'clock. That because you want to achieve something in your life, you have made some sacrifice to say, I want to get a degree. Now, what we want is not a degree. What we want is the benefit of your degree. That's what everybody wants. And I think that's what you also want. You don't just want to get your degree into your pocket and that's the end. We want you to see that that degree is bringing results. Because what you have done is you have made an investment. So when I'll be teaching you this course, I'll be teaching you in 2 different ways. Whether you get employed or whether you decide to manage a business. Actually, business administration program should prepare students also to be having what we call entrepreneurial skills so that they can manage a business. My conviction, my belief has always been, if these businesses that we see around were managed by you people with degrees, Malawi would have gone up. But because we think that doing business is for people that have not gone to school, so we are leaving it to people who are not educated. They have not done this program. And you see, if the businesses that we see in our country were managed and owned by people with degrees in business administration, I tell you, they would have been doing that business in a far better way because they will know what to do. To cut a long story short, what I would like to say is, I welcome you and I want you to appreciate that human resource management is very key to success of any business. In this course, I will demonstrate to you that a business that closes is not because of money. Businesses, there is a research. I've also been part of the research. Businesses close, shut down, collapse, not because of finances, but because of people. The type of people that you put into your business. That's why we need to pump into you human resources. Successful businesses are attributed to people that are in the business. This is a very practical course. Tell me of any business that is successful in Malawi. I will tell you, yes, it may have money, but one important thing is it has the right people doing that business. And in Malawi, we don't know this. When we start a business, the first people we employ are our relatives. Wrong decision. So you pump in 20 million and you put your nephew in charge. You take your sister's son into that business. Within 1 month, they have destroyed the business. It's gone. Success of business comes about because of people. If we're going to ask 2 richest people in the world, one of them, at one point, I think is now number 4, Bill Gates, the one who owns Microsoft. If you ask him the success of his business, he will tell you it is people, not money. If you ask Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa, the one who sells Dangote cement, which is here in Nigeria, ask him the secret of his success to be the richest man in Africa, he will not tell you the money he has. He will tell you that it's the people that are employing. Those are the ones that are making me successful. And you'll be surprised that Dangote prefers to use Asians compared to Africans, because he knows that Africans are thieves. They are good at stealing and killing businesses. So he uses, in senior positions, he uses Indians, because to him, Indians are a little bit more honest. So, the most important thing that I would like to impress on you is that the course human resource management is very key to business administration, because the success of any business does not totally depend on capital, which you may be studying in other courses in business. But this time I want to put into you the idea that the people that you have in the business are very critical to the success of that business. So whether you get employed, because I know these days, you people who graduate with business administration degrees, you have got so many positions. I know that in most organizations have got business development manager. Some universities have got that position, business development manager. You develop, you get people. Or if you run somebody's business, it is the people that you have in the business that matter. Because we are introducing this course to you today, I will be giving a lot of examples and then I'll come to specifics. There was a bank here in Malawi. It started as Usiwawata some time ago. The idea was to be lending money to groups of people, particularly women. Later on, it changed into a bank, and it was called Opportunity Bank. Well, it was, I think, Opportunity International Bank. That bank is nowhere to be seen in Malawi. It closed. It collapsed. The reason is the people that were working for the bank. They contributed to the downfall of Opportunity Bank. It is no longer there. In fact, some people don't even know that we have Opportunity Bank anymore. Now, let me tell you, the one who financed, or the donors, are millionaires based in Canada and Brazil. It's not that they don't have money, but it is because they used the wrong people to run Opportunity Banks. So they were very big, siphoning money out. So if you go to Opportunity Bank, I want a loan, and I'm waiting for that opportunity. It was very common practice. I will ask you, my friend, how much do you want? And you say, I'm going to take 20 million. Then they goes and okay. I say, loan, you're going to have a process. Combination will don't use it for 5 million. So to get 25 for you as an employee, I'm not taking the credit and take a loan. Now, so this is what these guys were doing in Opportunity Bank. And it was common practice. So what was happening is, you know, you'll be forced to fill in a form 25 million. 5 million and he will promise you that at the end of the month, this will be something to you so that it is passed. So I'll be paying. He will do that only for 2 months. 3 months he is not doing it. So the bank now will on you. You are defaulted. You are defaulted. And we are talking of customers all over Malawi. Officers in the bank knew that that was their system of getting money. Now eventually, it was discovered by the Reserve Bank, which regulates banks, to say no. With the bank, you have a lot of laws that are not being set. Eventually, the bank collapsed. Reason, it is because of the people. So I want you to understand that business administration and human resource are one coin, but both sides of different sides. They are a side of the same coin. You need to be given a dose of human resource management, because your business will be managed by people. we had private secondary schools in Malawi. Very prominent and famous private secondary schools. Not only private, but even private secondary schools. One of them that I know during my time when my children were at secondary school going age, where I wanted my girl or my boy to go to a private secondary school. It came with a bang. Whenever the MC results were out, they would make noise from Chitipa to Stranje. And actually they were the first to get the results. And they would announce names and the points scored by students. It was a private school that everyone wanted their children to go to, including mine. And one of my children, the second born daughter, went there because of the influence. But now, where is it? It's no longer there. Why has it disappeared? The people. The people that. So that's a business. A private school is a business. Yeah. There was, during my time, when I was at secondary school, there were 3 national secondary schools that were on top of the list in sending students to university. You know, during my time, we only had one university, and that was the University of Malawi. And the University of Malawi had Chancellor College, had Polytechnic, and had Bunda College. Only 3. Bunda College was for agriculture. Polytechnic was for engineering, survey, mechanics, and so on. And Chancellor College was where we would get education, public administration, law. These were and all these 3 were constituent colleges of the University of Malawi. The good thing during my time is we were very few students writing MSc. There was no entry examination to go to the University of Malawi. The moment you scored less than 20 points, you should be assured that you will go to the University of Malawi. Any of these. And where you are going, it's funny that these things are no longer there. I do understand your problem with you guys. In our time, things were open. So when we were in Form 4, the third term, before writing the examinations, we were given forms from the University of Malawi to say, choose 3 programs. So to say, Bunda College, Agriculture, or Chancellor College, Public Administration, or Chancellor College, Social Science, or Chancellor College, except law, and then or say Polytechnic. So obviously, you were asked to put 3. You would put 3 from one college. You say, I want to do Chancellor College. The first I want to be considered for public administration. Number 2, social science. Number 3, another degree. Or you wanted 1 from each of these. So if you scored anything below 20, you should be completely comfortable that you are going to one of these based on your choice. I went to Chancellor College from my first choice. So it was straightforward because we were few writing in my city. But that's not what I want to say. I'm talking about human resource and business. What I want to say is 3 top schools that used to send so many students to these 3 colleges of the University of Malawi were 1, and I think there were 3, 4. In the north we had Jaminadi Secondary School. In the center here we had Robert Blake Secondary School, which is completely dead now. Indoor. Robert Blake. It's no longer there. You rarely hear about it. And then Mtendere Secondary School. And in the south you will think of HHI and the Blantyre Secondary School. These were the ones that were making a lot of impact in sending students to the University of Malawi. Where are these secondary schools? Robert Blake is there, but we don't hear about it. Reason, it has changed to become a mission secondary school managed by missionaries, by the former Simon Society. Robert Blake is not even there. And you see, for those of us who knew Robert Blake at that time, we still saw to say, what has happened to this secondary school? The answer lies in the people that are running the school. Because the school is now under Homer CCP, it is managed by Azibusa. And because it is managed by Azibusa, they make sure that their children who have not qualified find themselves there. That's problem number one. Two, the teachers who are there are teachers, some of them I have seen, they are wives of the Azibusa, who are primary school teachers, but teaching at Robert Blake. They have spoiled the whole school. That's why rarely do we hear any student from Robert Blake going to University of Malawi. And I want school they have made it into something. Now you tell them, you see, there was a standard Robert Blake.
So you're saying the problem is coming from the top managerial.
Top managerial, exactly. They have managerial, exactly. They have put into the school wrong human resources.
In the managerial.
Yes. So the school, and it's both ways. The students that are going there are students that are related to the top people who are the pastors and the church ministers. It's completely spoiled. Even William Murray in Homer was another good school, was not as known as Robert Blake. Robert Blake with George Pointe in the 1970s. He must have reduced South African. I'm going to from 1A, B, C. Say the students, 90 from 1, from 2, from 3, from 4. 90, 30 in each class. So it was from 1A, from 1B, from 1C. Now what he was doing related to that is take a 2 weeks in first term, selected from private school. The cream, I'm told these students are very brilliant. I'm actually applying from 1A. I'm average from 1B. To understand from 1C. So as we talk about my class, from 1C, and let me teach slowly. Yes, exactly. And I tell you, all the from 1A, from 2A, from 3A, from 4A, the first 30 students of the University of Malawi were coming from 4A. The whole class was selected. From 4B and C. So the minimum number of students going to the University of Malawi at Robert Blake was 40. But instead it came from 4A. Because all of them scored less than 10 points. Only. Right human resources. The people who come as the headmaster, he was a giant, would come and observe and check our study. Anytime. He was a no-nonsense guy. When it was study time, it was study time. When it was sleeping time, it was sleeping time. He would peep into our hostels anytime midnight 11 p.m. Because sleeping time is sleeping time. The result, very good result. Right people contribute to the success of the businesses. That is why it is important that you people, business administration, should study human resources. That is why I can give so many examples of businesses that are doing well and businesses that are not doing well. One of the outstanding reasons could be the type of people that you have in the business, and it is very key. And I think in Malawi we need to learn something about how we should be managing our businesses. Normally, we kill our businesses because this idea of trying to put in the relatives.
Otherwise, it's like employing the right human resource organization results into the success
or failure, whichever. Wrong people, fail. Right people, success. So the success of businesses is dependent on the quality of human resources that you are putting into the business. That's why we want you to prepare you at this level said here that as you go on with your course, don't remember that when you finish, you should remember that it's the people that make the business succeed. Or it's the same people that will make the business important. The same people that will make the business important. And as we are learning, as we are learning, I want you to be very practical. Let's not just be theoretical. Yes, this is academics, but let's also be practical so that we understand the importance of human resources in businesses. You should have your eyes to open and see which businesses are doing well in Malawi. Is my lecture telling me the truth that I can try to see maybe the success of FDH Bank or National Bank or Stanley Bank? Which of these has got so many customers? Can we attribute that to the way the people are handling their customers? Because we'll be talking about customer care, we'll be talking about the role, the contribution, the value of people. You see, you don't just put in people into business without understanding the quality. You know, running a business is like running a football team. When you are running a business, for example, take yourselves as coaches, you want to put all the 11 players that will contribute to the success of the team. That is why if the player is not performing, he is substituted immediately. I wish businesses should take that model. Let's not hesitate to replace dead employees or workers. Let's not hesitate. Because what we want is success. So, when you are studying business administration, pretend you are a coach. Pretend you are employed here.
Yes. On the point of like eliminating those unfruitful employees, there is this, we call it an initiative that is in the organization where it tries to maybe to educate or to give more training to the employees in order to maybe attain a particular objective. So when it comes to the elimination of these employees, when should we do that? Or if there is an incentive in business where we would like to train instead of just eliminating. So when is this the right time?
It is okay. The right time to eliminate is when you are recruiting. I will tell you that. I will answer it like a politician. The right time you want to eliminate is when you are taking people into your business. Because you see, deadwood finds itself into the business because they were not rightly recruited. Because there were so many factors. Perhaps I recruited that one because I know his father, because I know something, not because of merit. So the first way to start to safer, to eliminate deadwood is when you are taking people into the organization. Because it's so expensive. You see, I've given an example of eliminating deadwood. Yes, once in a while there will be deadwood that maybe slip in through the interview, but the first valve is the selection of the people into your team. So the first thing that the coach does to reduce this elimination is who should I call into the national team. That's the best point of elimination. So if you have, I can give an example. If you have a shop, the first thing is who should I get into the shop? Otherwise, you get this one today, you eliminate next week as stolen money. Next week, it will be very expensive. So the problem will be, I think I'm not doing the right selection. Because you can't be firing people every month. I have this problem with my home, whereby we employ a maid, I'm told that she's not performing. So I always tell whoever recruits me to say, no, I think you are not doing enough work to get the right person. Otherwise, she comes, waits 2 months, she goes out. Another will recruit again, it's the same problem. So I think the problem now is how to get. So to answer your question is, elimination should start from the selection process. Avoid taking too deadwood into the business as much as possible. Yes, once in a while you may have made a mistake, but you should not be repeated. You can't be employing a maid every month. Then no, it's your problem now. It's not the maid. Because of the way you are selecting them. That's what it means. Yeah. So what I would like us to do and mentioned in the cost outline. I will submit, I think I will send the cost outline through WhatsApp after this, but it doesn't matter, I still take a few things. So the cost outline, because that is very important, because it will now be directing us to say, what is it that we have in this course? And as I've said, the fundamental thing is we want to see that human resources is not a waste of time for the business. Because that's the first thing that I'm teaching this course to business administration, I think, for the third time at this university. So that's what I always do at the beginning, to say, don't think you're wasting time. It's not just the course that has come in to fill in your gap, to make you have, how many courses are taking in this? Is it 3 or 4? 6. It's not just to make it number 6. It's not just to make it number 6. But you should take it as a strategic course that will give you light in terms of how your business can be successful. Or wherever. And you should be very open. I'll be telling you how I do my examinations. I like to test the students to see how they can apply or how they can relate what they have learned to real life situations. Because I want you to see, one day you become a business development manager for University of Lyon. You'll be there. And you will notice that what you have in mind is the success of this university does not depend on the finances. It will depend on the quality of lectures. If we are not teaching you, the students will run away. And if they run away, the university is going to close. Not that the university doesn't have money. It has the money. It has the money. We are about 32 of us lectures. No one can complain that we don't get paid. We get paid. Even if the number of students is too like you have, they'll still pay you. So it's not money, but it's us. If we want to help this university to grow, we'll help it. If we just come here to get paid, then we'll help it to go down. That's business administration. That's human resource. So if you became a business development manager here, one thing you look at is everyone contributing to the success of the university. Or we have deadwood. How did the deadwood find itself into the university? Okay? That's what we do anyway. Why is it that UNICA seems to be attracting so many students? Is it because of the quality of the lecture? Is it the administration? All these are people. Is it the incentives that you mentioned? Because I know when you register with UNICA, they give you this as one of the packages. Yeah. Is it the incentives? Those are the things that can make you build your university.
And then 50% of scholarship. What you say?
Yeah. That's how you will grow your business. And it depends on the people that are planning and doing those things. So human resources are very key. And one of the main aims of the course, we want you to understand the things this way. And that we are there. So I think the main aim of HRM, we should take it this way. We want you to understand the scope and relevance of human resource management in business. Very key. We want you to understand the scope and the relevance. I've already talked about that. I've said the success of any business depends on the people. We also want to see factors that come into play. Factors that come into play in relation to human resource management. What are the issues? Slightly mentioned them. Selection of the right people is sometimes dependent on so many other things. So what we're going to do And today, as an introduction, I'll give you 3 definitions from different books. So one, we have to define human resource management. Secondly, we have to understand human resource management versus personnel management. This will be the first steps of study, because we want you to have the background to human resource management and personnel management. We also have to look at the origin of human resource management. We have to look at the origin of human resource management. How did it originate? Is it something that came about in the past? So there will be several areas that we'll be looking at. And we'll also look at the strategic importance of human resource management in business. Strategic importance of HRM in business. This is another thing that we'll be looking at. The strategic importance of human resource management in the business, because we are doing business administration. So we'll look also at the strategic importance of human resource management in business. And this will introduce us to what is a plan and what is a strategy. As I give you the definitions after this, you'll find that some of the definitions are also using the word strategic. I would like to have advanced information of something we call a strategy, something we call strategic. This word is only used in business. Strategic, strategy. And here I'm saying one of the things or topics we consider is the strategic importance of human resource management in business. Strategic. The word strategy is a Greek word. You see, sometimes I was reading a certain book, and I think I believed with what I read in that book. It says, life is lived forward, but understood backward. So what I want to say now is, some of these words we can understand them now better when we look at their past. Because I know in most organizations, in most businesses, they talk about a strategic plan. They talk about strategies. But perhaps little do they know what strategy means. A strategy is not just a simple plan. A strategy is a military word. Its origin is in the military. So I want you to, straight away when you come to that level, to have in mind how we can strategize our businesses. How we can strategize our business using human resources. And as I'm saying, strategy is a military word. It is a word that is developed in the military. My master's degree is in strategic management. I got it from UK. You will notice that the class I was in, 70% of the students were from the army, lieutenants, corporals, because they were following the word strategic management. Because as I'm saying, the word strategy, its origin is from the military. It is a word of war. It started with the Greeks. And they used to call this strategos in Greek. It was called strategos. And what did they mean? Strategos simply means how to defeat an enemy. That's what strategos means. How to defeat an enemy. So in Greek language, in the military, they had so many strategies how to defeat an enemy. One of them was what they were using, what we call a dummy. A dummy is an artificial human being. So they would make some sort of a human being made of grass in the bush, made of grass and leaves, and tie that thing with a rope. So the actual soldier would be here, but the dummy would be somewhere, maybe at the shops there. So what they were doing was, if they wanted to know, because they would go into the battlefield, and if they wanted to locate where the enemy is, they would cheat the enemy using the dummy. Because that they were doing is they would be starting to pull the rope, and that dummy would be moving, crawling. So the enemy would see that and notice that maybe that is the soldier. And they would start shooting at the enemy. So these real soldiers would know, okay, so the bullets are coming from this side, it means the enemy is that side. So they would go behind. As they are busy fighting, shooting at the dummies, the real soldiers will come behind and defeat the enemy. That's where strategies come from, or the origin. Now, what does this mean? What it means is, any business today uses a strategy to survive. And one of the strategies that we use to make business survive is to defeat competition. If I can tell you, I want you to understand today the introduction, why we are bringing in human resources. It's all about thinking. It's all about thinking. Let's take transportation business. There is Sososo, there is Kwezi, there is National Bus, there is whatever nation. The success of the Sososo, Kwezi, National Bus, whatever, will depend on the strategies that they develop, using the people that they have. So, you see, every business these days is busy trying to defeat the other person so that they should be at control. Airtel is busy trying to defeat the enemy.
So you were saying that when it comes to the general business strategy, you have also to consider what kind of strategy are you going to use when you're recruiting the people who are going to manage and operate.
Exactly. I'm happy that you're following. And there is one guy who banks always scramble for. I don't know how good that guy is. He's now the chief executive officer for Standard Bank. The first Malawian to become chief executive of Standard Bank. Because before that they were only expatriates. He's called Mr. Philip Madina. He also likes to sponsor football and so on. That guy, I don't know what he has. He has worked with First Paycheck, has worked with the NBS, he has worked with National Bank. They actually struggle for him. Strategy. And you find that this year when they were announcing the profits that Standard Bank has made, he's the man who brings results. So exactly as you're saying, businesses have to be strategic. And what we look at there is the strategic importance. And I'm saying, the way strategy comes to, how do I stand above competition? Maybe these days it's not businesses, they are not there to kill competition, but they want to say, I want to invest over Lyon to be above all private investors in Lyon. So you develop what type of human resources you have. You can see we are bringing in a lot of people like doctors, professors. That would be a strategy. Okay? There will be so many. So what we do these days with the word strategy in business is how can my business stand above the other business? How can Sososo stand above the other business? How can my minibus business, because that's business administration. Remember I've told you, if you people were running businesses with your degrees, Malawi would have been a developed country. Those people are doing it without what they're doing. Because they did not attend a class like yours. So we're great to say our business is for people that are not educated. That's wrong. Businesses are for people that have got degrees. There's one guy in Mangoshi who runs businesses, the minibuses. It's called Nico, or I think it's Nico. He comes, he has got several minibuses operating between Mangoshi and Zirong, Malanga, every morning. Now, this guy is a strategist. This guy has done something that others have not done. You see, what he does is, right now, I know this because my daughter works in Mangoshi. Actually, I've got 2 children who are working in Mangoshi. And one time when I visited her, my daughter, this is what I noticed. This new guy, he is not educated, but he knows what a strategy is. What he does is, around this time, he moves around houses. Is there anyone going to Mirongo tomorrow? Yes, I'm going to Mirongo. He takes numbers and he says, okay, what time should we come to pick you? So his minibus that is coming to Mirongo tomorrow is full today. So around 3 a.m. he starts hooting, collecting this passengers. By 4:30, he's driving to Mirongo. The minibus is full. When those people that don't know what a strategy is, they are at the bus, they were shouting, and no passengers are coming. Can you see? What you should have in mind. So his bus for tomorrow is full today. And he takes the numbers. So they hoot. Okay, this one there is a passenger here. We are here, comes goes. By the time it is 4:30, he's starting off for him. Strategy, business, administration. And that's what you guys would like to see more of that for our country in the future. We want to see human resources, people that think and develop the country. Because the country will only develop through people that think, not people who don't think. Never. Never. This country will develop human resources. The Chinese are here. Why are they here? Because they have invested in human resources. They are here constructing a road that we should have been constructing ourselves. But because we have not invested in human resources development. That's all the issues. So we will look at the strategic importance of human resources and in terms of business, but we also look at competencies and skills required by human resources. So also look at competencies and the skills required by HR, human resource administrators. I will put administrators because you are doing business administration. So as a business administrator, you also have to have an element of human resource. You also have to have an element of human resource. A certain young man, let me be very practical here, a certain young man has landed into gold, has landed into money. He's very, very active. Young, possibly he might be a little bit younger than him, but it's somebody who is not even 40. He must be around 28, 29, and 30. When he completed his education, I think he got a degree from Polytechnic or elsewhere. He started an electrical and engineering company. He calls it Wells. Very young man. I'm impressed by him. He's operating from Kanema. He has opened. From nowhere, he has won a contract which is worth billions, funded by the United States. I don't know how they selected him. They have a project. The United States of America has got a project. It's called the Big Fit. Big Fit means something to do with introducing IT in primary schools. So they have selected 5,000 primary schools in Malawi, and these are schools, primary schools, get me right, located in very remote areas. What they are doing is they want to provide tablets enough for the whole school, so that they should be standard 1, and the project is for only standard 1 to 4 for the time being. So the kids in standard 1, they will be learning through tablets. They want to introduce IT straight away from standard 1 up to 4. So because the United States noted when they did the survey that we have a problem of power in the rural areas, so they have brought in what we call huge power banks, as huge as this. And they have brought, I think for each school, I don't know, maybe about 100 tablets. So they knew there would be problems of charging. So what they have done is they have engaged this young man in the electrical engineering company in Kanepo to supply strong cages to put in the power bank, and also a strong cages to safeguard the tablets. And this huge thing will be connected to the power bank, so that when you put the tablets in, they will automatically be charging from the power bank. Now that, he has been given all the schools in the central region, in all the districts, in Chinchi, those that have been selected to start this project. Very shortly the president will be, I think, performing an opening ceremony about 50, because it's something that is exciting to kids, that they will now be learning IT right away from Sunday 1. Now this young man has landed into that fortune and has been given to providing all the schools in the central region. He is now constructing those cages which they will be putting in the power bank and the storage for the tablets. It is money. So the other time I was chatting with him, I went to his warehouse where you find he has recruited welders who are
So what kind of service is he offering?
He's just
the general service like
No, he's just making the cages and supplying them in the private school.
I mean not the contract which has won, but the general.
His job. Okay, he does welding because it's the electrical and the engineering. He does welding when there is nothing like this business. He does welding. He does the wiring in houses. That's his general thing. I think he did something like electrical engineering at one of the universities. Yeah. So, but now what this has done is because he's flying into money. He has recruited so many people because they have been given a deadline. By September, all the primary schools in Malawi should have those cages, and then the United States will come in with the power banks and the tax. And it's money. So he has recruited so many people, he has got one problem. He doesn't know how to manage it. He did not do human resources. So he has got problems with people. So the other time I was advising him, I said, because he called me and said, these people are giving me problems. I told this one to do this, he has not done it. So every morning he's complaining about the people not to perform it. Every morning he's complaining about somebody stealing a welding machine. Every morning he's complaining about somebody not coming to work. So I told him, I said, the problem with you is you do not study human resources. These guys will give you problems and they will waste your resources. They will continue stealing until. So I told him, recruit a human resource clerk, not necessarily a manager. That one should be handling this headache. Because you have too much headache, you want these things delivered. Now you also want to be handling the people. You will not manage. And he has listened to me and he asked me to say, can you help me recruit one? So I organized an interview. I've identified one who has reported for today's test. He's just a human resources clerk. The point is, and when I was recruiting, I made sure that he's someone who knows something about labor law. What is employment? What is disciplining? What is the incentive? And what is so on? And when we were doing the interviews, we had 6 graduates. I made sure that the one who was offered the position to be someone who, to me, showed that he is going to, possibly from the way he behaved, is going to bring something that is positive to his business. In terms of how do you recruit, How do you discipline? How do you encourage? Because what I've noted is that these workers are troubling him because they never have received the millions. So what they are saying is, we want those millions to be shared to us. So if he doesn't give us money, then it means we are going to steal from him because we know he has got money. He moves around with bags of money. So they are not workers, but the people who want to kill these people. It's now out of jail. So I said, no, have somebody to be handling this area of human resources. Bring in some incentives. On a Friday, when these people are tired, take them to some sort of gymnastics, so that they should forget the problems they have. So arrange, and the young human resources grade we have recruited and booked the Steve, so that they can go there on a Friday and come back over. Take them together, let them play social football. So bring in these things, okay? Give them transport, because sometimes they don't go at 8 p.m. and they live in dangerous locations. At least hire a minibus or something. Let them be given. Eventually they will notice that it's their company.
Yeah.
But you need a human resource. You are not a human resource person. That's why they are giving you problems. So I only hope that this guy was recruited will help him to build a stronger strategic force for his business. I hope you see what I'm trying to say.